Hello everybody and welcome to race number 4 of the season here at Papyrus Motorsports Park, our first road course race of the season. So it should be a very exciting, interesting time to see how that is going to go on by. Let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole, we have Nico Ketchum for today's race in the Jerky Pro 225. Next to him, got Matthew Eves. Third, Jackie Tang. Fourth, Joshua Sicoli. Fifth, Madison Tall. Sixth, Amanda Evans. Seventh, Nicholas Guerra. Eighth, Jonathan Hoff. Ninth is Peter Onjak playing the top 10. Adam Garcia. Here's the rest of your starting line from 11 and 12 on back. Got a couple more races that are going to go on by in the States before we head to our first of 6 races that will be international that will go on by in this exciting, crazy schedule going on by. On the final row, we have Ryan Griffin and Brandon Crasta. Points coming into this race are as follows. Joshua Sicoli is now the new points leader. Travis Crampton, his big win, being a first-time winner, jumps him up to 5th in the points, gaining 15 spots. Not the biggest gainer, though. Colton Schwartz gained 18 spots, where he's 17th in the points, but just give you the top 10 rundown in the points battle early on so far, but still anything can happen. Joshua Sicoli, Adam Garcia in the top 2. Eli Bright up into 3rd. Brian Acosta in 4th after his win at Chicagoland. Crampton in 5th. Cole Baker in 6th. Derek Campbell 7th. Nico Ketchum fell back to 8th as your pole sitter. 9th is Charles Samper, completing the top 10. Steve Hollard. So 2 of the 3 S3 Motorsports cars are 9th and 10th right now. A couple other notables there. Eugene Max, he jumped up 12 spots. Carter Friesen lost 10 spots from the points lead. We mentioned about Colton Schwartz. Nathan Sampson jumped up 11 spots. A couple big losers there. Matthew Eves, Andrew Miller, TJ Hanley, Austin Yoakum, Jonathan Hoff, just to name a few. And right on time, the command is here. I guess we'll do TV1 because TV2 is kind of bleh. So 22 laps of action for today's race. This should be an exciting one altogether. So with our first road course race of the season, we really get to see if we could see some really good battle coming on. How about Matthew Eves starting second, who normally hasn't had a lot of qualifying success. He's normally toward the middle or rear of the field. He gets a great qualifying effort today in that 36 car. Joshua Sicoli starting in 4th. Definitely worth keeping an eye on right there. Madison Tall trying to see if she can continue some momentum of whatnot and try to see if she can be the next driver to win for NS Racing. Pace car makes a dive down to pit road. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen. For the Jerky Pro 225, we are green flag racing here at Papyrus Motorsports Park. Peter Onjak already wasting no time, already going to go 3 wide for position. And now Jackie Tang is going to go for the bottom already. Ooh, Matthew Eves did not even see Madison Tall right there. Wow, and Eves, he gave a little bit of a shot to Madison Tall in the 80 there. And wow, they already are going 3 wide, heading into the right-hander here. And of course, remember, this is the only road course race where the cautions are on. Tang with a great start. Oh, and I do not like where Tall is at in that 80 there, but not going to hit that wall, surprisingly, there. And now Onjak going to look to the inside, 3 wide. Oh, definitely checked up right there, hitting that little bit of the apron spot there. But nice run by Cole Baker in the 11, getting around the 11 car in the high line there. Now Amanda Evans in that 65 trying to work on Eves, but behind her, Nicholas Guerra and Joshua Sicoli. But Charles Savin, the 39, already working his way through the field. Jackie Tang, car 81. How about Tang? Not a bad day for Evans Gardner Motorsports. They're going to lead the first lap. 1st and 4th right now at the line. And you have Flickinger, Meyer Racing Toyota. Johanna Atwood. We mentioned about S3. And then you got Full Throttle Motorsports. Friesen Motorsports. And Onge Auto. There's Wrigley in that 0-1 trying to work his way up to Austin Yoakum in that 54 there. But this right-hander is going to be one to keep an eye on because especially if they battle, That's where a lot of these drivers, they can just get a good run off that corner. Ooh, man, Evans just made Sicoli, Scully, I'm sorry, Nicholas Guerra kind of whoa up right there. And normally in the past, we've had a lot of drivers hit that area right there in the guardrail, but you can see today they are doing pretty good right now. Evans looking to the inside of Nicholas Guerra. That's for 4th position right there. And a 3-wide battle for 5th. Sanford trying to hang on from Sicoli and Garcia. And Sanford with a great start so far this season. Already getting around that Coors Light Corvette there. And possible battle for the lead may ensue. Eves looking all over the back bumper of Jackie Tang. And you got to remember last season, Matthew Eves just no luck at all whatsoever for that Moneyline Super there. Just not so lucky at all. He's been involved in a lot of crashes and just couldn't seem to get out of the hole. Blew up a few times. Didn't start a few times. But today, you can see with that qualifying effort that Moneyline Toyota had. He's trying to take full advantage there. But you got to remember about Tang. Tang knows how to run these road courses very, very well. He's won at open roads in the past in the NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series. And he has also won at Thornton in the Xfinity Series. So the dude knows how to run these races very well. And Eves does not care. He wants a win badly. He's going to fight tooth and nail. But, oh man, you just seen he tagged that apron right there. And that's what's going to kill his momentum. Tang going to get a nice run coming off that corner. So far, incident-free, which is great to see there. Crampton already falling to the rear of the field. Crasta in the 63 is already trying to pick apart a few drivers. Trying to work on Alex Tanker in the 50, Eugene DeMax in the 10, Benjamin Thomas in the 51, and Nick Breeding in the 2. So far, Dixon, your champion, trying to pick apart some drivers. Kind of fell back a little bit, and now he's trying to work his way to get around Jay Cook and Derek Hamill, but he's got a back bumper full of Ryan Griffin behind him. Derek Hamill's had a pretty solid start to the season so far, minus that run at Michigan there. His first 2 races have been pretty outstanding for the Schuler Systems Chevrolet there for Go Neum Racing. It's been absolutely fantastic there. Cook, you see, he's trying to get around Gary Owen, his own teammate. Yeah, he thought about it, decided to stick with the draft of the Pepsi Mercedes there. TJ Hanley, who fell back quite a ways after that race there. At least get some redemption. Gets a hell of a run right there coming up to Sean Ard in the 42. And he just had to check up just a tiny bit there. But, man, you can see how these cars are performing a lot better this season than how they were last season. Vince Almariego, Andrew Miller, Madison Tall right within a blanket. And Srigley got word just cracked the top 10. Now trying to get around Joshua Sicoli for position. Looks like for position number 9. Yes, indeed, the case. Sicoli's starting to slip a little bit as Amanda Evans has jumped up into second. How about Peter Ronjak in that 55, just outside of the top 10, but having a splendid day in that BMW right now. In that Gangsta BMW here. Let's go on board the 55 and show you the view he had. Very happy with this result, he said, with the team, how it happened at Chicagoland. He did not expect Acosta to pull the win. Only 2 races in it. Wow, Malik Nevins got a whale of a run coming off the corner there. Wow, he just shot out of a cannon and just used the right side to full advantage there. So he gained a spot, lost a spot. Now he's going to see if he can get back on Malik Nevins, but before that, he's got to work on that driver that's on the inside line there. And you see Nevins in front of him trying to work on Joseph Srigley in the 0-1. Scully got around that 55 there. But you could see how these elements really change at you. You know, you can work on a little bit of a flat surface, a small bank turn, and then you get the really deep corner with the right-hander that's there. Garrett Sidner in the 24 working with his somewhat teammate, even though this is technically the satellite team. Working good there, and that 27 is starting to slip a little bit there. He's got a new leader, Amanda Evans in the 65. Trying to look for a first career NRSL victory. And Tang literally shoving the 36. Just flat out shoved not his teammate, trying to get around the 65. Normally you would think for Tang to do that, but not going to be the case. Now let's see if Eves learned his lesson last time. Oh, Tang's going to look 3 wide for the lead. And new leader, Matthew Eves in car 36. What a sight to see for the Money Lion Supra for Meyer Racing Toyota. I'll tell you what, they're racing a lot better, again, like I said before, here than even also in Spectrum. Because, when that right-hander came, and they came off that corner, they would smack the wall and would just not seem to stop. But all of a sudden today, they are looking absolutely great. And I'll tell you what, putting on a good show for the fans. Oh, the caution's out. Troubles for Ryan Griffin in the 29. And TJ Hanley in the 07 yet again. Patrick Smith in the 15 involved. Alex Tanker in the 50. Nick Breeding in the 2. Benjamin Thomas in the 51. Oh, what the... Oh, and we got a car on the side. That's Steve Pollard. Bobo Jones involved. I don't even think that was a stack-up. I think somebody just got dumped. Because we also saw Acosta almost get dumped too in the process. Caution's out for the first time today. As TJ Hanley's out of the race. Matthew Eves out in front in car 36. Oh, Skylar Dixon on pit road. Let's go take a look at ourselves. Our first caution today here at Papyrus. Well, TJ Hanley definitely did not have a lot of room to work with here. You see Ryan Acosta kind of pushing some boundaries on the Corn Hub Ford Mustang there. And, Hanley's got to watch his left with Sean Arden in the Bass Pro Shops Dodge. And then you got Hamill coming along in that 47. And Hamill is just going to get that contact on the Corn Hub Ford. Hamill's trying to get out of there. Doesn't. Smacks the guardrail. And Hanley going to shoot right up the course. Nowhere to go for Ryan Griffin. Gary Owen, nice miss by him. And, this is where the fun begins, as they say. Oh, Brandon Cressa just got a small piece right there. Skylar Dixon's going to get involved. Nice miss by Vince Freeze and Nathan Stapleton. Nick Breeding. Alex Tanker sending the 86 up and over. There's Patrick Smith in the 15. And look at Dixon in the Office Depot Camaro there. Oh, my goodness. The champion from last season. Going to go for a barrel roll into the guardrail. And there's a wild flip in that Office Depot Chevrolet. Benjamin Thomas, Nick Breen, there they are. How does Alex Tanker get involved in this one? Oh, yeah, he ran into the 86 and flipped him over. Just want to be sure there. But, man, he just had nowhere to go with all that smoke in that Cinevis Corvette there. Oh, Eugene DeMax in the 10. I think he made it through. Let's just... Wow, he did. Let's just take a quick onboard and show you the view of the Busch Toyota of Eugene DeMax. Take a look at the view that DeMax had here. You can see he checked a big time right there. And the seas parting the way for the Busch Supra. What a miss. And nice driving skills by the Season 3 champion. You can see why he's a very well-known veteran and respectable driver. So now, what happened to Bobo Jones in the 70? See if we can figure out what happened here. Somebody's going to wreck up here, and I'm trying to figure out who that is there. Oh, that's going to explain a lot. Well, it's Almriego, Steve Pollard, and Austin Yoakum. I don't know what this was about. That's 10th in the points, by the way, is Steve Pollard. And, man, he just got squeezed coming into turn 2. And Pollard's just trying to figure out where to go. And I think just Almrego's going to kind of crowd the 57. And you can see with just enough of that, how far the car is ahead of the 57, that 09's going to get hooked. Yoakum sees that he's going to try to slow down right here. and let these two figure out where they need to be, but then they really crowd each other. I have no idea why Pollard decided to go into Almariego under the yellow. Probably didn't like what he did earlier, and just flat out dumped him. And mainly Pollard and Yoakum. Pollard taking a shot to that wall right there with that guardrail. Same for Yoakum. And Bobo Jones, nowhere to go, runs into the passenger side of Steve Pollard, goes on his side, and almost flipped over, but managed to land it there. And then we also saw, how close with Ryan Acosta, how he almost got dumped, but wow, just out of nowhere that was there. I haven't seen that quite some time, though. Just a wreck coming off that area under yellow. That's been quite a while. Caution's out. Matthew Eves out in front. Let's take it back to the green. Pace car has given us the 1 lap to go. Quickly go through your top 10 rundown is Matthew Eves, Amanda Evans, Charles Sanford, Jackie Tang, Nicholas Guerra, Adam Garcia, Garrett Sidner, Nico Ketchum, Joseph Srigley, and Cole Baker. That completes your top 10. Green flag back underway. Out of the race, they only include 3 people, and that is Patrick Smith, TJ Hanley, and Skylar Dixon. Not really a surprise right there. Owen, speaking of which, we got a car that is slow, and that's Gary Owen. He has blown motor, who's got engine damage. Tough break for Gary Owen in the Pepsi Mercedes, and that is not what he needed altogether. And you can see nobody else had any issues there, which is a good sign at least, but couldn't get my thing fixed there, but I got it all good to go now. But anyways, as we're back to the front of the field there, Amanda Evans trying to hold on to second place will do so. Oh, man, Garrett had to check a big on the inside line. That allowed Charles Sanford to take third place from those drivers. But it's a great day to be Chevrolet with the exception of the leader. Literally 4 of their cars in the top 5. And don't look now. Audi's starting to make their presence known right now. Nico Ketchum a little slow right now in that 44, being in that outside line there. Comes Malik Nevins there. Remember, Jonathan Searle was in that ride last season alone and did not do a really good job in it. Got involved in a lot of wrecks, and they agreed not to return. So, Nevins, which is the cousin of Ramey and Fisher, stepping in. So far, doing not too bad. See Frazier and Sidner working underneath, and now Miller's going to try to do the same thing, but this is where Nevin's going to get that run right here. How about Srigley in the 0-1? Trying to work on Miller in that 98. No dice, going to let him tuck back in line. He's going to see if he can try to get a crossover move right here. And I would be careful if I were Matthew Eves. Amanda's coming, if I remember correctly, too. Amanda actually did really good last season on this race. I'm pretty sure she almost won it, too. That's the ironic part of it all. See if we got any stragglers real quick. Daniel Bouchard in the 0-3. I believe he made a pit stop. That's why he's all the way in the back. Yeah, we definitely have some. Alex Tanker, Nick Breeding, Ryan Griffin, three of the Full Throttle Racing cars. Steve Pollard, Benjamin Thomas, Madison Tall. I don't even know how the 80 car lost their front end. And Bubba Jones, Derek Campbell, tiny bit off the pace, not a whole lot. He's up to speed, just probably got held up with some of the slower guys there as we're halfway through the race. See the Texan Motorsports drivers trying to work on Austin Yoakum in the 54 there. How about Crampton? He started this race in the rear of the field. Last score 25th. A not bad day for Crampton, but I guarantee him and Stapleton, they're going to be working together to try to get around some of these drivers, including the driver who won the race before Crampton did. Chicagoland, Ryan Acosta. How about it, though, in the Xfinity Series so far? 2 first-time winners and a first-team win altogether. And now, we can see 2 drivers trying to get the same thing, too. And I just realized, too, Sragley's got no rear end. Someone hit the 0-1. I think I may know who figured out who whacked him. It may have been the 80th tall. If we get a caution, I mean, we're going to take a look, but I am certain that 80 car must have hit him. Bouchard got to be hoping for a yellow to come because he had a very late pit stop. And he actually, what we got word of before going back to green, he actually was there quite a while. And was just trying to get some service done. Ooh. Wow. Tell you what, Nicholas Garrett gave a little bit of a run on Adam Garcia, and the 6 car almost got turned there. Now, here's the crazy thing about Garcia is that he's actually been really, really good so far. Even though he is not the points leader, do not let those finishes distract you where he's been in. His average has finished at least in the top 10, so 8th or better. So that should tell you something. That 6 team is hungry. They're not going to let last season be a slide there. They're really going to want to go all out here. Here comes Tang working on Sanford for 3rd. Evans continuing to stick behind the 36 for the time being, with now 10 laps to go at the line for the Jerky Pro 225. Tang couldn't get the move on Sanford there. And Garcia's probably telling Tang, if you ain't making the move, I'm making a move on you. So I think Tang got the little quota right there, and now he's going to try to work on Charles Sanford for 3rd. See if that Taco Bell Chevrolet is going to do. Oh, man, both cars just didn't take that turn well, and Sanford got a little tight off that right-hander. I don't know if you noticed that, too. That 39 kind of dove it there. And he's going to lose the position because of that there. How about Bobby Frazier in the 41? Career best day right now. Inside the top 10. Almost in the top 5. Last scored 7th, but he's trying really hard to get up into that top 5 there. And Guerin, that 27, is starting to free fall a little bit there. Lost a spot to Nevins, Frazier, Sicoli, and may lose a spot to Andrew Miller in the 98. Look at Miller right there. You can see what that experience he's got. Here he goes. Whoa! On jacket! Joseph Spragley, a little contact there. And are we under caution? I think we're under caution. Yes, we are. Caution's out for the 2nd time today. And it may be for Sean Arden, the 42. Brandon Crassa down pit road. Carter Friesen on pit road, as well as Vince Almriego. And they're the only 2 I see on there. Almriego trying to get some service done. He should be okay. And Max giving a small bump to Austin Yoakum there. And Hamill and Ryan Griffin just ran to the back of a few drivers as well. DeMax got some front end damage because of that. Same with Hamill, Griffin, and Pollard. And one person that has to be extremely thankful for that yellow definitely has to be Daniel Bouchard in the 03, but I think someone may want to tell him you may want to slow down there. Guys are going in the 40s there, I think, because they're trying to figure out where they need to be in line, and that's basically the case. Someone up ahead not paying attention. NRSL officials are telling Spragley to let Peter Onjak on by. I guess, remember, too, Spragley and Onjak made a little contact just after crossing the line there, so. And officials are still trying to let Spragley know that he's supposed to let the 55 on by. And I have no idea what Onjak is doing. Now he's going to get around him right there. So now everyone should be going to be able to catch up right here and be ready for those pit stops. Now Riego coming back out. Friesen still down pit road. So we're going to stick with these leaders because I have a feeling they're going to come down pit road this time by. And before we look at what brought ourselves our second caution, we're going to check to see if we were right about Spragley getting hit by Madison Hall in the 80, about how that 80 car's got no front end. I'm pretty certain that is the case, though. And yep, here they are coming down pit road, and those guys just in the nick of time are going to come on down. And this is a little bit of a very cramped pit road, so these drivers got to take it very seriously when they come on down. Couple cars staying out right there, as you can see. I think they're on the tail end of the lead lap is what's going to be. See, Eves can be the first one off pit road, or will it be Tang? And Eves, first one off is the 36 team. Sanford will get second, Tang third, Garcia fourth, Evans fifth. Amanda with a slow pit stop there. And Peter's got a lot of front end damage. Oh! A couple cars making some contact on pit road. I have no idea what happened to Onjak. Oh, I think Onjak may have actually tried to catch up to the pack and got that damage. Yeah, the Gangsko BMW's got some damage. Costa right behind him. But tough blow for Peter Onjak. Not what he needed altogether. Sean Ard, I think, is going to be the leader of this race. I'm more curious to see if that is the case. They're right there. I mean, he was scored 7th, and I would not be surprised if he's going to restart as the leader, but... well... and what's worse is Tall managed to beat out some drivers that did not want to deal with her at all, so... that's going to be fun. Wow, that 2-car is just... look at the 2-car of Nick Barini, how crunched that car is. Looks like a modified car there. Now Bouchard on down pit road is the 0-3. So, caution's out. Ard, your leader. Take a look at ourselves, our second caution. But before that, the earlier incident. So, yep, we're going to look at Madison Tall, and it's not a surprise. Ran to the back of Joseph Sprigley. Couldn't slow down the nick of time and absolutely destroyed the Target Chevrolet. Probably not going to be too happy with that one is Madison Tall in the 80. So that's what happened there. Now let's take a look at the second caution of the race. Well, Almeriego has been a bit of a very sticky situation here. Kind of getting a few people upset, and probably one that's going to be a very questionable call right here is going to be him going into Carter Friesen the 85, and Diet Pepsi Mercedes going to give Carter Friesen going up into the outside wall here. And what a lick for the SunTrust Super there, as well as the Diet Pepsi Mercedes. Friesen's going to ride on the guardrail. Brandon Krasa got clipped by the 09. Both going to the wall. And Friesen going to go up and over in the barrel roll there. And that car's going to go for a tumble. Yoakum going to miss right there. Everyone else you see are getting through the accident. But you notice there's another car coming. And he's parked on that position. That's Derek Hamill right there getting involved. Here's the Schluter Systems Chevrolet. These guys saw it coming and got the heck out of their nick of time. But Carter Friesen was the main initiative for the caution. Caution's out. Sean Ard, your leader, take it back to the green. Pace cars giving us 1 lap to go. Carter Friesen and Brandon Kress are the ones out of the race, as well as Gary Owen from before. Top 10 rundown. We go back to green flag racing as we're not live. We're just a little bit behind. Is Sean Ard, Matthew Eves, Charles Sanford, Jackie Tang, Adam Garcia, Amanda Evans, Andrew Miller, Malik Nevins, and Brandon Frazier. So we are about ready to turn them loose here at Papyrus Motorsports Park. This should be an interesting one altogether. Pace car makes a dive down the pit road one more time. If we go to lap 19 in the race, that will end the race under yellow. Buckle up tight, folks. It's going to be an interesting one as green flag back underway here at Papyrus. Top 10 rundown, including Sean Art, who is the leader. Eves second, Sanford third, Tang fourth, Garcia fifth, Evans sixth, Miller seventh, Nevins eighth. Ninth is Frazier. Completing the top 10 is Nicholas Garris. Eves wasted no time trying to get around Sean Ard, and he said, forget your strategy. I'm going to the point. Now here comes Tang and Garcia. Trying to look on at Eves for that lead. Side by side are the two leaders. And wow, look at Ard getting a whale of a run. Oh, Tang kind of washed up right there. And Eves knew how to take that turn very well. You got to remember, these guys who exited pit road, they got the freshest amount of rubber. Sean Ard stayed out. I mean, it's only really a lap difference, but you can see how much is impacted there is. Wow! Amanda Evans, just, oh my goodness, I was in shock. I didn't even see that coming, but that 65 was sideways there. They come together, bound for the lead. Here comes Tang and Eves. Well, one Evans-Gardner car almost wrecked, and another Evans-Gardner car took the lead. New leader, Jackie Tang. Now, my memory serves me correctly. I do not think Jackie Tang did win a race at Papyrus. I do not think so. I know the ones he's won were Open Roads, Thornton, and I believe he won at Champs-Élysées, and now that I remember correctly, that is indeed the case. Bouchard on pit road, as well as Joseph Sprigley in the 0-1. Just finding the main slow cars there. And some of these guys have been having issues trying to get around Peter Onjak, and primarily the other one who was off the pace a bit, but now has been out of the way, and I believe that was the 80 car. Yeah, there she is, Madison Tall. Look at Sokoli, your points leader there. Got a great run on Colton Schwartz. See that, folks? That's how you make a move right there. Don't count this race over, though. Matthew Eves wants this win. He's not going to let Tang run away on this one. Tang, though, continuing to lead. Here comes a battle for third. Not going to be enough by Garcia. Not really a good move by the 6. Trying to work on his teammate there. And Amanda in the 65. Trying to work on the 6 of Garcia. Oh, but Nicholas Guerra trying to make a move on her there to the inside line. I mean, you can see that 27 is literally trying to shove the 65 up the course a little bit. Or I should say down, rather. Not going to work. Oh, man, the 65 had to check up big. As well as the 6 Garcia. The 6 car literally almost bouncing off the car in front and behind him. He's going to let Amanda on by. Not a bad move by the 6 team there. That was a very sketchy spot right there. Daniel Bouchard finally leaving pit road. He's been having issues left and right there. But look at Matthew Eves in car 36. Man, I'll tell you what, he lost that lead, but he's not giving up on this race. Got to remember, Matthew Eves, Sean Ard, Amanda Evans looking for their first career wins. Tang Garcia looking to add on to the resume. Miller the same for him, as well as Garrett Sidner. Charles Sanford's on a big winless streak right now in that 39 team. Nevins looking for his first career win. Yeah, I got Nicholas Guerra, Jake Cook, Ryan Acosta, Nico Ketchum, Bobby Frazier, and Travis Crampton all in the mix, as well as Joshua Sokoli and Nathan Stapleton. Where have these guys been? But I'm telling you, though, they got to work on that draft to hunt down where Garcia is in that 6. You can see they're at least a second behind. Oh, Tang kind of slipped up there a little bit. And you can see both these guys have been running a little bit different lines there. And in result, it's really hard to say who's really taking full advantage there. But you can see this track's been getting a lot of great views there. Oh, Amanda washed up the course right there. Here comes Garcia for 4th. But that 6 car, that main benefactor, so trying to get some draft. He's had no luck trying to get those passes done. And Evans going to look on Sean Ard for 3rd. But Tang's got to be enjoying what he's seeing right behind him there. They keep battling. And Tang's coming down pit road. Tang's coming down pit road. These cars couldn't make it on gas. Sidner down. Nevins. Nicholas Guerra, Ryan Acosta, Vince Freeze, Cole Baker, Austin Yoakum, Madison Tall, Colton Schwartz, Joshua Sokoli. Oh, boy. Now it's going to be a factor of pit stops and gas. Crampton right now is 10th in that 92. Now comes the question with these drivers, can they hold on fuel? Eve's probably watching his thing there to see if he's got to come down. Let's take a look in the cockpit. But you could see watching in these areas here, Casey's got to come down pit road with the fuel. But, oh, man, you got to be kidding me. Pit stops are going to benefactor this race. Look at Garcia in the 6 car trying to get him. Evans going up the course. Are these two coming down pit road? No, but Garcia's going to come down though in the 6. 1 car joining. 2 cars make it. Andrew Miller and Peter Onjak. 2 to go. Just those 2, rather. Right now, if everything looks the way it is, Garrett Sidner, if everyone comes down pit road, could be the leader. They were working on Vince Almariego earlier, and Tang had trouble trying to get around him there. As now he's worked on Ryan Acosta, Nicholas Guerra following the tire tracks. I guarantee these guys are hoping and praying they don't run out of gas. It's so, I think the last thing that 36 needs to see is a yellow coming out. Because if so, all these guys who are staying out right now, they could be in some deep doo-doo right now. They may approach Derek Hamill in the 47, as well as Massatal in the 80. But will these drivers come down pit road with 2 laps to go? It's going to probably come down to the top 2 right now. They've never even won a race before. Both are going to stay on and take a risk. Jay Cook's going to look for 3rd. Here they come. White flag. Final lap for Matthew Eves. Here comes Amanda Evans. Oh, Evans is trying to look for a move on the inside. Can't seem to make it work. Going to tuck back in line. Entering turn 1, heading into turn 2. Oh, Eves kind of went up a little bit there. Here comes Amanda. Looking underneath. Oh, she's trying to get that front end ahead, coming into that right-hander there. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see what's going to happen to the right-hander. He's right next to her as they catch him with the 47. Lap car going to play a factor. Eves didn't take that turn well at all, though, and Evans is just having a difficulty trying to get around that 47. Oh, having a lot of difficulty. I think that's all what Eves needed there. Oh, as Hamill just launched out of a cannon off that corner, that's probably going to seal it. Unless Almariego's going to be an issue. Evans gets around Hamill. Eves may not be home yet, but he's off the final 2 corners. Can Eves hold on and win? Matthew Eves. Oh, get out of the way, Almariego. He's going to get by. That's going to seal the fate. Checker flag. Oh, as they almost wrecked right there. Checker flag. Matthew Eves wins at Papyrus Motorsports Park. Wow, and they got to be cheering and jumping for joy on getting a big win all together for Meyer Racing Toyota. Unbelievable for Matthew Eves and the Money Lion Supra. And man, did Almariego almost just get dumped where he was at, and God knows what could have happened from there. I think these guys just ran out of gas there. Nico Ketchum, Nathan Stapleton and company. Sanford just ran out of gas. He finished 4th. Great work for Sanford. He's got to be proud of that run there. Wow. Unbelievable. The lap car of Derek Hamill and Vince Almariego playing a benefactor. And in the end, Matthew Eves in car 36 is going to be victorious here at Papyrus. Let's get on down to your full finishing results there. Matthew Eves, a first career win for that Supra. And I believe he is actually the 4th different Meyer Racing Toyota driver in the Xfinity Series to win. As I know Patrick Smith won a race. I know Meyer, of course, won a race. And Aaron Douglas won a race. So that's huge right there. Amanda Evans, so close, but you got to give credit to that 65 team. What a whale of an effort for that sponsored Chevrolet. What a job well done for her altogether. A career best 2nd place there Third place, Bobby Frazier. Career best for him there. Charles Sanford will take fourth. Sean Art had fifth place. Great run for that 42 team altogether. Nathan Stapleton, Travis Crampton, teammates for NS Racing. They'll come away 6th and 7th. Nico Ketchum in 8th. Jay Cook in 9th. Complete top 10. Jonathan Off in 10th. How about that? The 3 cars that didn't have damage this race finished in the top 10. So not a bad effort altogether. So here's the rest of your full finishing results all together here. And 33 cars finished the race on the lead lap. 34th on down, at least a lap down. Daniel Bouchard, last car, finished the race altogether. 3 laps down in 36th. Friesen, Crasta, Owen Dixon, Hanley, and Smith all out of the race early on after those exits. That was a wild, wild finish altogether. And all because of pit stops happening under green flag with just a handful of laps to go. And I could have sworn if that 36 team lost this race, mainly due to the lap car, I don't know what to say. And also, you notice that Charles Sanford apparently had an issue right at the very end, too. But, wow, unbelievable. Thank you guys for watching. If you like, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe, put the channel, and subscribe button down below. You've been watching production of the NRSL, where racing is living. Until then, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you for the Cup race tomorrow out here at Papyrus. Congrats to Matthews one last time for the victory. We'll see you guys later. Until then, goodbye, everybody. Here come the points at the end of the video, like always.